we need urgently in science to delink Darwin's theory of evolution, which is acceptable, from his theory, ridiculous theory, of the ascent of man in Africa and the savannas of Africa. The first mankind, the first hominins arose bipedally in the Anatolian highlands around the outskirts of the Ararat Mountains. And it is vitally important that we put the anthropological and paleontological sciences on the right tracks towards the truth about ancient mankind and history. I can do no better than read to you Marx's opinion of Darwin's evolutionary theory. A few people have appreciated that Karl Marx was actually quite a stand-up comic. He was quite a funny man. He is full of humorous satire, and especially the fetishism of capitalism, etc., which are even, some of his jokes are even obscene. And Karl Marx says this very, very appositely and shrewdly, and I think hilariously, about Darwinism. He says that Darwin discovers among the beasts and plants the society of England, in other words, the class-riven society of England, with its division of labor, of opening up new markets, and Malthusian struggle for existence. So, going back, therefore, having, and let's also remember this is another huge subject I only want to touch upon. Actually, Darwin's theory of evolution did not belong only to him. There was Wallace, who was a kind of, Darwin was the toffee-nosed, posh, upper-class scientist. He was referred to as the gentleman scientist. I mean, imagine being called a gentleman scientist. It's so ridiculous beyond belief that in those days there was all this hierarchy. And Wallace was regarded as an uneducated Welshman, and he sent his own discovery of the evolutionary theory to Darwin. Darwin accepts that he read it, and the first presentation was done in the name of Wallace and Darwin. Therefore, I think we should even strip Darwin of his exclusive ownership of the theory of evolution. We should call it Wallace-Darwin or Darwin-Wallace theory of evolution. That is only fair and historically, factually, scientifically correct. And it is an absolute arrogant stupidity and obscenity of scientists to have ignored this fact just because Darwin was the posh scientist. Going back, therefore, to the problems of mankind in the Bible, the first, therefore, dimension of the flood story is about the birth of the first piece of land out of the oceans. The second aspect is the present history of mankind, and the third dimension of it is the potential future. The third dimension, let me deal with it first because it's quicker, which is the last, which contains the very severe warning to mankind. And it is this. This is very simple, not simple, complicated, straightforward. The warning is that if mankind does not behave itself, there is a flood coming up a flood as powerful, as destructive as Noah's flood. If mankind, through its sheer stupidity, will not understand these facts, a flood is evolving already. And that is the human pollution, the human degradation of both mind and body and soul, and this is how it is linked to the present. The story of Jesus, the New Testament, stories of Jesus, sorry, what do you call the? Sorry, can you stop it?